Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to another episode. For those of you that are new here, my name is Evan and today we are talking all about the Asics Novablast 2. The Asics Novablast 2 is a smooth and responsive neutral running shoe made to help runners hit their training goals. With a soft and lightweight foam along with a more stable and balanced ride, the Asics Novablast 2 will have all the tools to be an energetic daily training option for any runner. According to Asics, some quick specs, the Novablast 2 in a men's size 9 comes in at 9.7 ounces with a heel stack of 42 millimeters and a forefoot stack of 34, giving this an offset of 8 millimeters, being a max cushion neutral running shoe. The Asics Novablast 2 upper is a double engineered jacquard mesh, losing the high point and adding a nice cushioned and sturdy heel counter with a pull tab. The tongue also gets a nice update with a form-fitting over the top of the foot. The laces get a nice update as well. They're a little longer and a little wider. Much appreciated, Asics. Thank you very much. We will also see an update with a heel stabilization added to the Novablast 2. The Flight Foam Blast is updated as well, not only in terms of its molding process to change its structure, but also it's going to add a softer and more cushioned and more responsive ride. The outsole is going to be Asics AHR Plus, so that's Asics High Abrasion Rubber Plus, a 50% increase in durability over its regular AHR rubber. And the AHR rubber is very nice, so I'm expecting very good things out of this. Even in wet conditions, this performed very well, nice and grippy. So a lot of times what you'll see in rubber that is really made to go high mileage, it will not have great traction, but this one does a good job with that. I don't want to make this too much of a versus video comparing it to the original. However, being a number 2 and the original being such a good shoe and so many people enjoyed it, myself included, I have over 500 miles in the original, so I have high expectations for this shoe. And I also have some areas that I felt like needed some attention. The things that I noticed right away: the tongue was improved, check. Laces improved, check. I did not have a big problem with the original heel counter. It was a higher point, and some people kind of would feel like it would rub on their Achilles. I did not have that issue. However, I am very much enjoying this change to a more cushioned heel counter. The change in the stack from a 10 millimeter to 8 is a welcome change. I did like the 10, it was very snappy. However, I think that 8 millimeters does this shoe a lot of good. Instead of just adding some stack in the forefoot to make the change, it did change both heel and forefoot. So you saw a little add in the heel and a little bit more so in the forefoot, which was welcome. That was one of the drawbacks. I don't want to say drawbacks. One of the areas of improvement for me on the Novablast 1 was it lacked a little bit of stack in the forefoot to really go those high miles in the long runs. So this one is a perfect addition to that. So the upper, very nice fitting upper. It fits the foot very well. And also, if you're familiar with Asics, you know that it's a very high build quality and it's going to really go the distance for the upper. The midsole, it threw me for a loop. I really wanted to get this video out a while ago, but I needed to keep putting some miles into it. We are sitting at just over 50 miles at the recording of this video, and I would say up to about 30, maybe even 40 miles, I felt like I was getting a little bit of foot fatigue in the forefoot while running. And then that last 10, 15 miles to where I am now, it really softened up. So whatever they did in this, I like it. At first I didn't, but when I'm really kind of thinking long term, it shows me that this shoe, even the midsole, the outsole, and the upper are really designed to go high miles. So you're gonna get a lot of wear out of this shoe. So it softens up. I didn't like it, I think because I was comparing it to the Novablast 1, which like I said, I have so many miles in, and it was soft. So maybe I didn't remember if the one had that at the beginning. But anyway, this one is really softening up, and I'm loving the miles that I'm putting into this shoe. So the runs that I've done everything from just very easy bop along runs to long runs. I've done some strides in the middle of them, so even up a tempo run. So it is a little heavy, but so this is a 9.7 ounces in a men's size 9. So I'm a men's size 10, so it's going to be maybe closing in at that 10 ounce or maybe a touch over for my size. It's okay. Like, what I want to say about this shoe is, in every single category, easy day, intervals, tempo day, race day shoe, you will find a better option. But it is going to be a shoe that is very specific for that type of run. So who is this best for? This shoe is going to be best designed for someone who wants 1, 2, maybe 3 shoes. They don't want a lot of shoes. They want one that I know I'm grabbing my Asics Novablast 2 for almost every run. This will absolutely fit that ticket for you. Easy runs, I think, are going to be one of the hardest runs to do in this shoe, only because this midsole is so soft and so responsive, and you get a lot of energy return out of this shoe. It's going to be easy to run faster than what you want to on an easy day. It will take care of the legs. It will baby the legs, being this high, very soft max cushion shoe. Tempo runs are going to be easy. Like I said, you might want to grab a lighter shoe for your tempo run. However, this is going to get the job done, and done very well. One area that I think you might, the second shoe obviously would be a race day shoe. Can this do it? Absolutely. It's responsive. You have that high energy return, you have that cushion and stack, anywhere from a 5K, and this will do the marathon, 52 millimeters of stack in the heel, and it's soft. So it's going to go the distance even if you wanted to take this to a marathon. I think every option you're gonna find, every category of run rather, you will find a better shoe, but not many shoes can do what this one does and really go from easy to race day shoe. There are a few that I can think of that would be a direct competitor to this if you just wanted that 1 or 2 shoe options. In the upper right hand corner, I'll go ahead and put a link to the last review I did of the Skechers Max Road 5. I think that is going to be one of the very direct competitors to this shoe. That is going to come down to a personal preference on which one is going to be best for you. I don't want to sway you based on what is for me. Now, my foot strike, my training styles, the types of run that I like to do, I was really hoping at first, and I don't know why this is, I was kind of hoping I would pick the Asics, the Novablast 2 here, but I think for me personally, I would go with the Skechers. I think it's a little bit lighter weight. I like the pod design, and it keeps me running through my gait cycle a little quicker. I know some people would go completely opposite of me and go with this one. And that's what I think I would really like to hear as, these shoe manufacturers, because they have a way of doing it. They're coming at the same problem from 2 different angles, and it's just going to be, they're both so good. It's down to personal preference and what is going to fit you and your foot the best. Now, as far as price, runningwarehouse.com has this shoe listed at $129.95, so $130 there. That is a fantastic price for this shoe that I know that you are going to get easily 500 miles and probably 600, 700, 800 miles out of this shoe. You will see some wear on that. You will see some tread breakdown, but in 800 miles for a $130 shoe is fantastic and absolutely gets 2 thumbs up there. I'm loving this shoe. So if we take a look at the outsole, I do want to point this out. We do see this nice channel along the bottom. and a decoupled groove, which I think is going to add to this Flight Foam Blast. That's going to help in its energy return and the trampoline-like effect. That is the word that comes to mind for me, and it is even on their website as well. So we are thinking alike there, Asics. I'm loving the shoe. It's been great. I know I will push the miles in this one as well. So that kind of wraps up everything I have to say about this shoe. This is a fantastic shoe. We kind of covered on who it's best for. Should you get it? Absolutely. I think it's an amazing shoe. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. If you like this kind of content and you would like to see more of these reviews, go ahead and click that like button. Drop me a comment below. Let me know, are you familiar with this shoe? Do you plan on picking up the Novablast 2? I'd love to hear from you and hear your thoughts on this shoe. What are your thoughts on the One? Have you tried the One? Yeah, that's another good question. Real quick, would you buy the One on sale or buy the 2? I think with the updates, I'd go 2. If you're prone to blisters, this is a great change, and I love the change in stack height for me personally. I know I can get the long runs in more readily in this shoe. I'd grab it. Thanks for sticking around. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already, as well as clicking that bell icon to get notified every time I release a new video. Upcoming videos for the channel, we are going to talk about Asics Metaspeed Edge, their new carbon racer, as well as the Stride Foot Pod and their training plans. So that is coming up as I train towards my, hopefully, a PR in the half marathon with a 1:17 target goal. So thanks for sticking around. And as always, go forward in power, love, and a sound mind, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.